The idea of intimacy in a committed relationship often brings to mind moments of closeness and connection, but the reality of truly understanding and fulfilling each other's desires requires much more than just physical closeness. Many people approach intimacy with assumptions, believing that they know what their partner wants or needs without actually having an open and honest conversation about it. This can lead to frustration, misunderstandings, and missed opportunities to deepen the bond between partners. Imagine receiving a gift for a special occasion like a birthday or holiday. You might have dropped hints or even explicitly asked for something you really wanted, but when you unwrap the present, it's not what you expected. Perhaps it's something thoughtful but ultimately not aligned with your wishes. It's customary to express gratitude. You appreciate the giver's intention and effort. Yet, if the roles were reversed, the gift giver might expect constant appreciation even when the gift misses the mark from the recipient's perspective. This mutual pretense can be awkward, and if it becomes a pattern, can erode trust and genuine happiness. This analogy is quite fitting when thinking about intimacy in a relationship. Without clear communication, partners may assume they're giving what the other wants, but in reality, they might be offering what they think is best or what feels comfortable for them. The truth is that sexual and emotional satisfaction come from truly understanding one another's preferences, boundaries, and needs. This takes intentional communication, sharing desires openly, listening attentively, and being willing to adapt. Looking back on years of experience, it's easy to recall times early in a relationship when enthusiasm and novelty can make almost any gesture feel exciting. In youth, hormones and curiosity often carry the day, making almost anything feel pleasurable simply because it's new and shared. Those initial encounters are usually filled with passion and spontaneity, which can create a strong sense of connection and satisfaction. However, as time passes, partners often discover that some actions are less enjoyable than they expected, or that certain things don't bring the pleasure they imagined. This is a natural part of growing together. When an element of physical intimacy becomes uncomfortable or unenjoyable for one partner, the most common reaction is to avoid it rather than to discuss it openly. Over time, this can lead to a limited repertoire of shared experiences, which might stifle passion or create distance. The challenge is that many people find it difficult to bring up sensitive subjects related to sex and intimacy because of embarrassment, fear of rejection, or not knowing how their partner will react. Yet suppressing those conversations only creates misunderstandings that accumulate and diminish connection. The foundation for a strong and satisfying intimate life lies in continuous, honest communication. This goes beyond simple statements like, "I like this," or "I don't like that." It involves exploring what truly gives pleasure, including details about timing, pressure, pace, and emotional context. Equally important is the ability to receive feedback without defensiveness, understanding that the goal is mutual joy rather than personal validation. There is also a significant emotional component to sexual intimacy. When partners feel heard and understood, it builds trust and safety, enabling more vulnerability and deeper connection. When communication is poor or non-existent, anxiety and insecurity can creep in, diminishing desire and leading to frustration or even resentment. For a relationship to thrive, both partners need to feel empowered to express their needs and assured that their partner values and respects their feelings. A key aspect of giving and receiving pleasure is recognizing that everyone is different. What works for one person might not be pleasurable for another, even within the same partnership. Each individual's body responds uniquely, and preferences can evolve over time depending on physical, emotional, or situational factors. Attuning to these changes requires ongoing dialogue and openness to experimentation. Gratitude plays an important role in maintaining a positive atmosphere around intimacy. Appreciating your partner's efforts and expressing thanks, even when things are not perfect, encourages an environment where both feel valued. At the same time, genuine gratitude helps foster goodwill and motivates both partners to continue exploring and investing in each other's fulfillment. However, gratitude should not be a substitute for honest expression. It must coexist with candidness about what truly feels good or what could be improved. In reflecting on the journey from youthful exploration to mature partnership, the most valuable lesson is the realization that intimacy is not a fixed or static experience. It is a dynamic interplay requiring care, attention, and willingness to grow together. The gift of intimacy is most meaningful when it is tailored and responsive to the unique desires of each person involved. Ultimately, the greatest blessing lies in the act of giving itself, offering pleasure, comfort, and connection, not simply for personal gratification, but to bring joy to the one you love. This spirit of mutual generosity and openness transforms intimacy from a mechanical exchange into a profound expression of love and commitment. By embracing this approach and fostering open communication, couples can overcome frustration and deepen their bond, creating a relationship where both partners feel truly fulfilled and cherished. Intimacy is a profound expression of connection between partners, and one of the most exciting aspects is the spontaneity and willingness to share pleasure in ways that truly resonate with each other. Being able to give oral pleasure in the way your partner most enjoys it is a gift that transcends routine and creates unforgettable moments. It's not about expecting anything in return, though often that generosity is naturally reciprocated. The real reward lies in seeing your partner's pleasure and feeling the chemistry deepen. There have been occasions when one partner reclines, fully relaxed and open, while the other eagerly shares intimacy with great enthusiasm. The intensity can be so powerful that it results in movement and physical expressions of excitement, adding layers to the experience. These moments remind us that passion and connection can be vibrant and exhilarating at any stage of a relationship. However, a common pitfall occurs when one partner assumes they have mastered intimacy and expects the other to simply accept it without question for the rest of the relationship. This mindset can lead to boredom, dissatisfaction, and missed opportunities for growth. As life unfolds, many couples experience the complications that come with increased responsibilities: marriage, children, homes, careers, and daily stresses. These elements often encroach on privacy and reduce the opportunity for undistracted intimacy. It becomes more important than ever to devote time and effort to nurturing your physical connection. Without intentionality, romantic and sexual bonds can erode under the weight of daily demands. Joining a faith community or adopting new beliefs can also complicate intimate lives. Exposure to different opinions about what is right or wrong regarding sexuality often introduces confusion or guilt. While guidance from teachers, friends, or religious leaders can be valuable, it is critical to discern which advice aligns with your authentic relationship. Sometimes, well-meaning suggestions do not fit the unique dynamic of your marriage and can lead to unnecessary strain or withdrawal from intimacy. There are stories all around us of individuals struggling within their marriages because of dissatisfaction or avoidance of oral intimacy and other forms of physical closeness. Some couples find that a lack of shared pleasure leads to emotional distance or even cessation of physical relations altogether. This can cause one partner to feel unwanted and hopeless about the state of the marriage. Recognizing these challenges is the first step toward healing and revitalizing connection. Marriage represents a monogamous bond that includes exclusive sexual intimacy. This exclusivity means that your partner relies on you alone to meet their needs for affection and pleasure. When these needs go unfulfilled, it creates fertile ground for frustration, dissatisfaction, and even temptation outside the relationship. Therefore, it is a profound responsibility and opportunity for each spouse to understand and meet the other's desires, intentionally giving not merely what they want to offer, but what the other truly needs. This mutual cooperation is essential for building trust, satisfaction, and lasting closeness. Throughout our own journey, we experienced what we now call a sexual revolution within our marriage. The key element that enabled this transformation was honest, open communication about our desires and boundaries. This required courage to be vulnerable and to shed assumptions about what sexuality should be. It also involved sincere listening and adapting based on each other's feedback. Discovering what brought genuine pleasure rather than following scripted notions allowed us to connect more deeply and experience enhanced intimacy. This process is complex and ongoing. It demands both partners remain curious, patient, and committed to creating an environment where honesty is welcomed without judgment. It means discussing not only preferences but also fears, insecurities, and sometimes difficult topics. Many couples hesitate to reveal all of their desires during courtship, fearing rejection or disapproval. This withholding often continues even after marriage, inadvertently limiting satisfaction. In some religious settings, fears about what is proper can further restrict open dialogue and experimentation. Yet, understanding that pleasure and intimacy can be sacred and vital components of a loving marriage helps dispel shame and encourages greater connection. Identifying common ground between faith and physical expression fosters a healthy, enriching relationship. By embracing candid communication, specifically regarding oral intimacy, couples can learn to share enjoyment more effectively. This includes exploring new ways to bring pleasure, trying different settings and positions, and paying close attention to each other's reactions. Growth in this area strengthens emotional bonds and rekindles passion, creating a feedback loop of trust and affection. Ultimately, ongoing conversation and mutual sensitivity form the cornerstone of a fulfilling intimate life. Recognizing that intimacy is a journey, one that evolves and deepens over time, invites couples to remain engaged, flexible, and generous with each other. By doing so, they build a partnership that is satisfying in all dimensions and resilient enough to weather life's inevitable challenges. Oral intimacy offers a beautiful opportunity to connect with your partner in ways that go beyond the ordinary. It isn't confined to a specific place or moment. It can be shared almost anywhere, adding excitement and spontaneity to your relationship. Whether on a weekend getaway, during a quiet moment at a gathering, or simply when the mood strikes, exploring these moments can deepen your bond and bring mutual pleasure. When it comes to sharing pleasure with a woman, it's important to remember that true enjoyment comes not from focusing on a single spot, but from appreciating all the sensitive areas around her. This includes gentle, sensual touches along her skin, the soft caress of lips on inner thighs, and the attentive use of the tongue and mouth to discover what excites her most. Every person has unique preferences regarding pressure, speed, and rhythm, making communication during these moments absolutely essential. Sometimes, a woman reaches the edge of climax only to have the sensation withdraw before fully arriving. This can be frustrating for both partners, especially if patience wears thin or enthusiasm fades. The practice of edging, bringing oneself close to orgasm, and then holding back can, however, heighten the eventual release and make the experience even more intense. Staying focused and responsive during this teasing process helps to maintain connection and build anticipation. Communicating pleasure through sounds such as moans, whispers, and gentle cries is a powerful way to guide your partner and boost their confidence. Clear verbal cues like asking for adjustments in softness, firmness, or placement enhance understanding and create a shared language of intimacy. Positive reinforcement encourages continued exploration and makes both partners feel more comfortable expressing their desires. The journey to an amazing orgasm often includes multiple moments of pleasure woven throughout a session. Sometimes a woman might experience several climaxes over the course of shared intimacy, not all necessarily by oral stimulation alone, but in combination with other forms of closeness. Passion can involve energetic movement, tender embraces, playful teasing, and connection that includes eye contact and vocal expression. These shared experiences help build trust and deepen emotional bonds. Every couple finds their own rhythm and preferences, sometimes riding the waves with exuberant enthusiasm or supporting each other through softer, slower moments. For some, incorporating gentle use of fingers to explore sensations inside the body can amplify pleasure. These explorations require openness and patience, with clear consent and a loving attitude making the experience safe and enjoyable. Trying new things guided by mutual willingness fosters growth in intimacy. Respecting each other's boundaries is just as important as discovering new pleasures. If one partner is curious but hesitant, encouragement and gentle communication help create a space where experimentation feels safe rather than pressured. Likewise, if certain sensations or activities are uncomfortable, honoring those feelings preserves trust and respect. In many relationships, sharing oral intimacy continues to grow richer over time as partners learn more about each other's physical and emotional responses. This process is dynamic, reflecting changes in preferences and life circumstances. Keeping the door open for honest discussions, exploration, and feedback ensures that intimacy remains a source of joy rather than routine. Ultimately, oral intimacy flourishes when both people are attentive, compassionate, and communicative. Paying attention to all the nuances, the subtle shifts in breathing, the variations in muscle tension, the changes in expression helps partners respond effectively. This creates a shared dance of pleasure where giving and receiving become intertwined. Through patient connection and open dialogue, couples can discover the remarkable depths of pleasure available to them. Finding those places, ways, and rhythms that bring the greatest joy transforms intimacy from a mere act into a profound expression of love. It's a journey that invites curiosity, vulnerability, and a generous spirit, with rewards that resonate far beyond the physical. As couples journey deeper into their intimate lives, they often discover new horizons of pleasure that they hadn't previously considered. Exploring unfamiliar territory can be both exciting and nerve-wracking, but it opens doors to deepen connection and enrich shared experiences. The key to successful exploration lies in communication, mutual consent, and trust. When both partners feel safe and respected, they can be more open to trying new things and discovering what truly brings them joy. One area that some couples explore together is a form of intimacy involving gentle, attentive touch beyond the more commonly focused areas. This type of stimulation requires patience, sensitivity, and most importantly, cleanliness. Preparing carefully ensures comfort and relaxation, which are essential for enjoyment. By approaching this with care and respect, couples can enhance their closeness in ways that surprise and delight them. Equally important is acknowledging that pleasure is not confined to one set of actions or places. The human body is a landscape of sensitive areas, and integrating touch and affection across a wider range of zones can create more complete and satisfying experiences. For some, including stimulation of often overlooked areas adds layers of sensation that amplify overall pleasure. Many find that incorporating these new elements into their intimacy brings a fresh sense of adventure and deepens their emotional bond. Trust grows as partners share vulnerabilities and learn to read each other's responses in new ways. This shared discovery becomes a journey that nurtures connection and renews enthusiasm for one another. Of course, all experimentation must be guided by mutual willingness. Both partners should feel comfortable expressing what they are eager to try and what remains off limits. Respecting boundaries is vital. It protects the relationship's foundation and ensures that exploration strengthens rather than strains the connection. Open dialogue before, during, and after trying new things helps to calibrate enthusiasm and comfort levels, ensuring both feel valued and heard. Some couples may find that certain experiences enhance not only physical sensation but also emotional intimacy. Moments of closeness that arise from shared adventure create memories that deepen love and trust. These rich encounters remind partners that intimacy extends beyond technique. It blossoms fully in the context of emotional safety and mutual care. Navigating these new paths together can also help couples move past old habits or assumptions about what intimacy should look like. It invites them to shed preconceived notions and develop a uniquely personal and evolving expression of closeness. This flexibility allows the relationship to grow with time, accommodating changes in desire, health, and emotional needs. With a foundation of respect and communication, couples can build a space where curiosity is welcomed and exploration is celebrated. This openness invites continuous learning and adaptation, essential for maintaining passion and satisfaction throughout the seasons of life. In the end, discovering new dimensions of intimacy together is not simply about the activities themselves, but about reinforcing the partnership's core qualities: trust, communication, and genuine care. When both partners engage fully and lovingly, even the most unfamiliar experiences can become sources of joy and connection, strengthening the bond in profound and lasting ways. As time progresses, couples inevitably face changes in their intimate lives. Aging brings natural shifts in physical responses and emotional rhythms that require patience, understanding, and adaptation. Recognizing these changes with compassion for both yourself and your partner can help maintain a fulfilling connection throughout life's different stages. This awareness forms the basis for nurturing intimacy in ways that honor who you are together now, rather than clinging to past experiences or expectations. Men, for example, may notice that certain sensations feel different, or that reaching climax takes longer than it once did. These changes are common and normal, influenced by factors such as health, energy levels, and hormonal shifts. It is important for partners to communicate openly about these differences, avoiding assumptions that diminished intensity or delayed responses are caused by lack of interest or emotional distance. Instead, couples can discover new ways to enjoy closeness that accommodate evolving needs. For wives and partners, understanding that these changes are part of a natural process reduces feelings of frustration or self-doubt. Encouraging open conversation about what continues to feel good and what might need adjustment allows both partners to remain connected physically and emotionally. Sensitivity in these discussions fosters trust and reassures each other that intimacy remains a vital and loving part of the relationship. A helpful approach is to combine different methods of stimulation to maintain comfort and pleasure. For instance, blending oral intimacy with gentle touch or manual stimulation can ease physical strain and introduce variety. Incorporating attention to other sensitive areas, such as the nipples or surrounding skin, further enriches the experience. This kind of multifaceted attention helps keep intimacy vibrant and satisfying as bodies and rhythms evolve. Recognizing specific sensitive zones like the underside of the penis, where delicate tissues respond intensely, provides additional avenues for pleasure. Stimulating these spots with care and attentiveness can lead to powerful and deeply gratifying moments. Using hands and mouth together, adjusting pressure, pace, and pattern according to your partner's feedback enhances connection and enjoyment. Eye contact and gentle vocalizations during these moments strengthen emotional closeness and reinforce mutual appreciation. It is also natural that some positions or techniques may become more tiring or uncomfortable over time. Being attuned to your body's signals allows you to adapt positions or take breaks without losing the flow of intimacy. Mutual understanding that fatigue is normal and implementing creative ways to support each other keep shared experiences positive and enjoyable. This mindset encourages teamwork rather than pressure or performance anxiety. Over the years, couples who maintain open communication about desires and boundaries often find that their intimate life grows deeper rather than diminishes. Challenges may arise from health concerns or emotional stress, temporarily slowing physical connection, but love and commitment provide a foundation for resilience. Through patience and compassion, partners support one another and find new ways to express affection and desire. In many cases, maturing couples experience intimacy as richer and more complex than in their youth. The emotional depth and history they share add layers of meaning that heighten pleasure and satisfaction. When physical responses evolve, the couple's ability to attune and respond thoughtfully transforms intimacy into a holistic exchange that includes security, trust, and profound affection. Partners who embrace the journey together develop a relationship where sexual expression adapts to their unique rhythms rather than adhering to external standards or past ideals. This flexibility frees them to explore what truly feels good now, fostering a dynamic and living connection that honors both individual and shared growth. In sharing experiences and insights gained over time, couples can inspire others to view intimacy as an evolving conversation rather than a fixed destination. Honesty, openness, and willingness to learn best support a satisfying sexual life that sustains love and closeness across decades. Despite occasional setbacks, a mature and loving relationship can achieve levels of satisfaction and enjoyment that surpass earlier stages. By continuing to communicate openly, being attentive to changes, and approaching intimacy with kindness and curiosity, partners nurture a bond that is both enduring and fulfilling. This ongoing journey invites them to celebrate each other fully and to treasure the profound connection that lasts a lifetime.